tired and
My bad.
burnt. Like I'm getting like sunburn. I wear like a thing over my face, but still, like, ugh.
Aw, sorry.
That's fine.
Okay, here's what I want to do today. I want to start doing, oh shoot, did I just delete Zoom off here? I want to start doing more in-depth charting with you guys on Mondays only. So we're going to do that Monday. And then I know you weren't on Zoom this morning, so I don't know if you had a chance to watch the recording. It's kind of long, so I would get it. I would say towards the end is where we start talking more about, actually we talked about a lot of stuff. You know how Mondays are, it's kind of just,
Yeah.
but most importantly, we talked about a little bit of like rescheduling. So we're going to keep everything the same, except for we're going to have one girl on our team, which is doing our whole month planning. So we can literally just print it out every month. Like you literally can print it out, put it up, and you know every Zoom, every extra Zoom, everything. So we're not like blowing up the chat, but everybody knows, okay, there's Denise's Zooms this day, our regular ones. And then if you want to jump on the extras, you can, right?
Okay.
So we're going to have one. Mary's actually going to do that for the team because she's really good at it. So that's what's happening with that. And then Mondays is dedicated to charting, and Fridays mornings only Zoom. Friday morning only Zoom will be dedicated to follow-up. So Melissa's going to be, somebody else is going to do it. I think it's Jenny. She's doing follow-up Fridays with everybody in the morning. No Zoom. I'm recording on my computer, so I'm looking up and down. No Zoom on Friday night because I already know that's already, so we decided no to that. We're going to keep the giveaways all the same. And I know that we have, today we did the bag of coffee and the frother, so we have 3 more. And then we have the $50 in cash still going on. It is a little small, but I kind of wanted to test the waters because we've done bigger ones and nobody's, like a lot of people. I'm getting a phone call from my dad right now. Like, really? So we're kind of testing the waters and seeing if everybody wants to participate, just because I know there's so much going on, but we do want to give stuff to the team, not just, you know, cash and stuff like that. I think it just makes it a lot funner to kind of do what we're already doing. So far, you're the only one that's put in entries. I know there's other people on my team that have signed up people. I don't know if they just don't want to put their entries in or what, but I have to remind them. So make sure you're letting your girls know if they sign people up to put in their entries.
Yeah.
And so I will be recording just so I can have this as like a charting kind of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a whiteboard, share screen. And so far it's, dude, my dad really keeps calling me. So right now, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Right now it's only me and you, so that's fine. We'll see if anybody else hops on. I think Veronica asked if it was the same Zoom number. Will you just put in the chat? Yeah, because if I get out of everything, I might mess it up. So let's see. I'm just going to draw out a chart because it's easier. So let's see. I haven't used this in a while, so let's see how it works out. Let's see. Okay. Let's do black. So I'm just going to start with, you know what? I'm just going to do typing instead because this is going to be weird. Here we go. Let's do this. So obviously, you guys, this is not going to be perfect because I'm using this little draw board, but let's start with executive. Executive is 2 people, right? So if you haven't promoted at all, really now the goal is just to get to Ruby, but if you want to start smaller, you can just go with executive. I'm just going to put executive. And with executive, all you need is 2 people on your team. So let's say, for example, this is, let's say I was going for executive. Let me get my kids to be quiet. Hey, Junior, I'm doing Zoom. Let's say that my 2 new distributors that I signed up, which was crazy because they're both Cassandras. So I'm just going to put Cassandra. Right? Let's say I was just using them to chart executive. And the thing about charting is that you want to do this right away. You don't want to wait just because you don't have distributors, like wait until like later. You want to know right away your volume and what's going on. So for example, let's say this is me and I was going for executive this month. So what I want to do is go ahead and put my 2 new people on here. If I didn't have anybody on my team, then what I would do is I would just put names of people here that I know that I could reach out to, which has always helped me because it gives me like that visual of what I want. And it also makes me feel like there's already names there. So it puts you in action when you write things down. So if all you're going for is executive this month, then you need to write it down, put those 2 names there. For this rank, there's not really anything crazy that you have to do. I mean, if you don't have, literally, you can go executive like by yourself. If you have 2 people that you enrolled randomly with a $20 kit or whatever, which the goal is to have people working, but literally you could do executive in a week by yourself. If you just want to make that happen, you want to make that promotion happen right away, and you want to start earning that, $200 average monthly. Executive is doable. So each person would have to get to 400. So the goal is to just focus on 4 LCs each. So what you want to tell your new people is just, hey girl, your goal is to get 4 customers. So I would just tell them that. And when you do that, you're going to get a $100 shopping spree. So they're fighting for their customers. Let's say Cassandra, her first 3 days, actually her first 3 days, she signed up 2 customers. And then I placed 2 on her team to help her. So she actually already has 4 in her downline. So she hit like 400 within a week. So that's really the goal, is if you can tell them they're going to earn their shopping spree, it's not only an awesome benefit for you because you get a fast start, but that's not really the focus. The focus is that they're going to get their shopping spree. They're going to get closer to promoting also. So I feel like it's important for us to know that every step matters. And it's not just for us, it's for everybody. There's always a reason why a promotion needs to happen. We're a team, it combines all our goals together. And that's what I love about this business, is that I can't do it alone and we can't do it alone. We have to help other people do this for us to be successful. And that's honestly what I love, because it keeps me going and it keeps me helping other people. So if we're keeping our new distributors focused on 4 customers, and if we can help them by placing people under them, the goal is that, okay? So that's the first goal. So you do that with your first 2 new people. And like I said, even if they're not working, you can place those customers under them. Sometimes what happens is, for example, Cassandra came in and she ordered like $200 worth of product by herself, right? So she was already, let's say this is like super sloppy, you guys, I'm sorry. She had 200 BV already on her own. So it was even easier to get her to 400 because she brought in all those customers, and then I placed 2, and then she put a $200 order in. So you just never know what's going to happen. So if I wanted to go executive this month, I would have already had that 400 box done, right? And then I would just have to help Cass. I'm naming one Cassandra, one Cass, since they're both the same names. Get her 4. So I would not focus on anything else until both of my distributors have at least their 4 customers, because if they're succeeding, I'm succeeding. So that's the first goal. Now let's say so once we go executive, and you can completely skip executive, you don't have to go executive, you can just go Ruby. So Ruby is 3 people on your team, and this is like, honestly, it should be the goal right away rather than going executive, because executive, I mean, now that the charts are so much more simplified, there's really no point to just go executive. But I mean, if that's what you want, and that's what you want, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So maybe for you that feels more manageable, that's okay. So let's do Ruby now. And let's say that I was going to Ruby this month. So all I would need is 3 distributors. So I'm obviously not knowing how to use this little thing. So let's say, for example, we're charting Veronica since she's on here. So let's just make it more fun than just me. I can probably chart her in my head because I already know everything. So like her numbers and stuff. So Amy, I know she has her boyfriend, but I don't know his name. Her chart, hold on. So it's also important to have not only your chart, but your team's separate charts. So don't just have your chart, have everybody's chart at all times. What is your, Veronica, if you type in the chat what your boyfriend's name is, and then, so I don't know, I have to look through my papers. Ew. I think,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're cutting out. I had to go check the mail.
it's okay. I didn't even hear what you said his name was. I don't want to make up a Jacob?
Joseph.
Joseph. Oh my god, now I'm gonna totally fail his name. Joseph. Is it
Joseph.
Okay, so Joseph and then Cassandra. So I was able to help Veronica by placing a distributor on her team since I know she wants to go Ruby. So your focus always should be the people that are working. Now if I can delete this other person. No, I can't. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Joseph, Amy, and Cassandra. Okay, so I know last month Amy was like at 160 something. Just for the sake of time, I'm gonna make up numbers, so they're not gonna be exact. And Cassandra just signed up, but she does have an auto ship set for this month of 80 BV, so I know for sure that's gonna go run. And then Joseph, let's just say, I think he was just at 0. So let's just put him at 0 just so we can kind of do some. Okay, so Cassandra's first goal would work with the person that has less volume. The reason why, and this might sound kind of confusing, the reason why is because she knows Joseph is her partner. She knows that he's not going to have any customers coming in unless it's her. So that's the reason why that should be her first focus. And then after Joseph getting to 400, then if she didn't have any new distributors, so this, I guess Joseph wouldn't be her first focus. Her first focus would be if she signed up anybody new, fast start them right away. And I really want you guys to learn this because this is where I make the most of my money. Fast starts are live. So if she would have personally enrolled Cassandra, then I would have said, get that fast start right away. You only get the fast start if you personally enroll them. So if for some reason they're moved on your team, you don't, because that fast start is still for the other person. It's just the way of the company keeping that bonus like fair. So basically, if she personally enrolled Cassandra, then I would be like, first goal, fast start Cassandra. And like I said, this all dribbles down to so many other things. Obviously, it's you earning a $100 bonus, right? Or me earning a $100 bonus because I placed her. But it also includes Denise getting her cabs. So I try to make sure like everything to me is important. Even though Denise is a millionaire, that doesn't matter to me. It's important because I know I'm part of her team. And to me, it's important to make sure that everybody's duplicating and everybody's earning the money that they can earn. So my first goal when I signed up Cassandra, and let's say Veronica signed her up, 2 customers. So 1, 2, okay? 1, 2 customers. Once that's done, then I'll move back to Joseph because Joseph has 0. So then I start placing customers here. 1, 2, let's say, for example, she already got 3 customers this month. And I would keep placing here until he hits 400. And let's say he already hit 400 with those customers. Boom, he's done. So what I'll do is I'll check him off. I don't have a check mark on this freaking thing, so just put a plus. So plus, he's done. So now I don't have to worry about Joseph. So now I'm going to look at my chart. Let's say it's the 15th. I'm going to look at my chart and be like, okay, so I'm at the 15th. Honestly, by the 15th, you should be fully charted. What that means is your chart should be full with people, okay, with the promotion you're going for. Yes, you can push it out a little bit longer, but we just say have that goal because we want you to have your chart with the names of people in it. That way you're not like trying to enroll distributors last minute, and you could really focus on volume from the 15th to the 25th. So the goal is if you're promoting to something this month, for example, Veronica's ready to go with Ruby. All she needs is volume. So now she knows her game plan and she knows her numbers. So we know Ruby needs 2,000 in volume. So you want to get a calculator when you do that. And then what she's going to do is, let's say we started off the month, last month, end of month, this was the volume, right? What we're looking at. So what she could do is go through and subtract. So I know most likely Joseph is going to have 400. So I'd do 2,000 minus 400 equals 1,600. And then we're going to minus Cassandra's auto ship, and then we're going to minus Amy's 160, right? So I just did the math totally wrong because I suck. I'm really bad at math, by the way, you guys. Minus 80 minus 160. So we know, like, if this was the end of month volume, we know that most likely, unless some customers drop, our number is 1360. That's what she would need to promote. So let's say we just started off the month of July, right? Let's say today was the first, and we know, okay, 1360 divided by 2 people, because there's really 2 people working on her chart, right? So that would be, actually there's 3 if you count her. So 1,300 divided by 3, that would be each, the whole month, bringing in 433 in volume, the whole month. So if you divide 433 each times 30, that would be, see, you really got to be good at math when you're charting. This is why it was never my strong suit until recently. Who's good at math? 433 divided by 30 is like very small. I don't even think it's like, okay, let's just say it says it's 12 BV a day. So really, if everybody was bringing in 12 BV a day on her team, that's working, counting her, Cassandra, Amy, and we can't count Joseph because that's her too. So 3 people, 12 BV a day, you would go Ruby by the end of the month. So that just really breaks it down into a way where you can really understand it. But like I said, I don't want you guys to forget this. I want fast starts to be your ultimate focus. Like, yes, promotions are amazing. Yes, we want you to promote, but we never want to miss out on fast starts, ever, ever. Like, if you bring in a distributor, fast start right away. You can make so much money with fast starts. Like, this is why, like, I think that anytime I promote, I'm just like, because, like, seriously, like, fast starts are amazing. Like, while I was on the cruise, I earned like $800 in fast starts. Like, fast starts are life. So because of the promo that we had, and I was able to sign up a lot of team members with the code, I brought in, like, I don't even know how many. I think it was like over 10, but I only fast started 8 because I just didn't have enough customers, and then I was getting help, and some of them were getting their own and stuff like that. So I also want to show you guys how to find your fast start report so you guys know how to do that, but I'll probably do that when we do another more in-depth training, because that's like, when you're bringing in a lot of people, there's actually a report that you can pull up where you can see all the distributors, what date they signed up, if they have an auto ship on. So the other important thing is if they don't have an auto ship on, you have to make sure that they get to 150 before their 30 days are up. Because if you don't, let's say, for example, I fast started Cassandra, but she didn't have this 80 BV auto ship on, I wouldn't get my $100 bonus unless she hit 150 or more before her 30 days is up. So that's why that report is fun, because you can actually make sure and see what you're doing. So what I do is I'll just fast start them, and then I'll just write the date the 30 days is, like, on a little sticky note, put it on my computer so I can make sure that they've either hit 150 like a few days before, or they have an auto ship at least on. So this is why I always encourage all my new distributors to make sure that they at least have their auto ship on. If they can't run it, it's fine. Like, if at the end of the 30 days they're like, I'm sorry, I can't afford it, and they're still getting to learn the business, that's different. But they have to have it on, and then if they have to cancel it like a few days before, they cancel it or switch the date or whatever. The goal is to always have it on, but I know life happens, stuff happens. So as long as she has it on, for example, I fast start Cassandra today, as long as she has the 80 BB auto ship on, I'll get my fast start bonus next Friday. So it will not mess it up for anyone and everybody that earns bonuses in that organization. Like, for people above me, they'll get paid too. So it's not gonna mess everything up. And that I hold that like a big responsibility, because I feel that when I'm there, I want to make sure I'm getting all my cabs. You know what I mean? So you guys, cabs are life. Like, that's why I want to talk about Diamond a little bit before we go. So Diamond is obviously a lot bigger than this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go to Google and pull up a Diamond chart, and then I'll I know you guys have seen Diamond, but for the sake of the recording, let's go ahead and pull one up. So here's the reason why I want to talk about Diamond and cabs, because I feel like if we talk about this, you guys are going to be way more excited to get there faster, which I already know is an excitement. And you can watch a more in-depth trainings on on Denise's YouTube. Just literally look up, what is it called? Leadership compensation plan or leadership charting or something like that. And they're really in depth. So if you're a red like me and you want to know everything beforehand, like I wanted to know this the day I joined. How do you get to ambassador? What do you got to do? So diamond charts, I can't even type. It works, obviously. So let's see if a new one's on here. So as you guys can see, look at this diamond chart before. So for whoever's watching the recording, so this is what a diamond chart looked like. That's my world. This was a diamond chart before. Doesn't that look way more overwhelming? Now.
Wait, I still see just the ruby thing, the whiteboard. Anybody else see it?
You don't see my website?
Yeah. No, I don't see the website.
Oh, okay, that was the only one.
Okay, so my phone's doing the same thing Melissa's was. It's because I need to share again another screen. Hold on. Stop share. New share. The reason why it does that is because it's like I was using a whiteboard. Forgot. Okay, there we go. So thank you for telling me. Perfect. Okay, so look, this has all the charts already. So let's look at these charts before. Look how much bigger they were. Doesn't that just diamond just look way more overwhelming? I don't know. To me, it does. So now it's like completely different. So now there's no executive. So these two are off, and then these top ones are off. There's only one up here. So off. So it's literally this ruby, and this ruby. This is why going ruby, like Melissa says over and over, is so important, because once you go ruby, you know how to help other people, and you know, that'll help. So basically, let's see if we can find a new one now. This is old emerald. So emerald 2 executives are cut off. So now it's only 2 rubies and 1 person up here. Double is way smaller. Like it's literally crazy how small it is. So like all these executives are cut off. It's like any of you can get to these higher ranks easy. Same with the ruby executive is cut off. So let's see if we can find one that's newer in Google. I don't know if there'd be any. I know Melissa showed one earlier, but I think she got it off the team page. Let's just go there. Okay, so let me just talk while I'm looking for this. So as a diamond, you guys, we earn a bonus called cabs. And cabs is literally like life. Like when they say you can write your own paycheck, they say it for a reason. Because once you're a diamond, you basically are just making, like, even though they say average, whatever, your first check might be average, but after that, like average or maybe a little under or even maybe a little over depending on your volume. But after your first couple months of being a diamond, your check literally blows up. And so then you can't even imagine double or triple, right? Because that would be crazy. So once you go diamond, you earn a bonus called cabs. And basically what that means is that anybody in your organization that comes in, even if they're somebody you never talked to, and let's say, for example, Amy brought in, Ryan goes diamond, right? Then Veronica goes diamond. And then just for the sake of everybody that's on this, I'm just going to use your guys' names. Then let's say Amy goes diamond. Anytime Amy, even before she's diamond, brings in distributors, Ryan will earn cabs. Veronica will earn cabs. This is why I say when I fast start my people, I make sure to do it because Denise earns cabs. My people above that I'm coded to earn cabs. I'm coded to Denise all the way through, so nobody else earns cabs off my team, but she does. So I held that as a responsibility that she's getting her paycheck, I'm getting mine. And once you guys all go diamond, it's going to be the same thing. So I say that like with the most, like, I just want everybody to earn the money that they can earn, because why not? We can all help each other. We can earn money. So my computer is so slow. Did I even put the word in here? So after you go diamond, you will earn cab bonuses for everybody that ever comes into your organization. After diamond, you will earn 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, okay? When they're fast started. So if Veronica, Ryan is diamond, after diamond, this is when she starts earning cabs. So any distributor she brings in after diamond. Let me clarify that because I did kind of confuse it because I was just looking at your guys' name. So once Ryan is diamond, anybody she brings in after that, that brings in people, even if it's like 10 levels down, she'll earn cabs off every single person, even people she'd never talked to. So that is like magical. That we can't do with fast starts. That is crazy. That would mean like half of your check would be just 10 distributors up your team brought in, and then they brought in people and they brought in people, 80, 80, 80 for each person that's fast started. That's like crazy, adds up. So why isn't my computer working? It's like, you guys are like, I'm telling you, we're just looking at your Facebook. Dude, it like froze. Let me see. Let's look up new chart. I should have had this stuff pulled up. I'm sorry, guys. This is the first Monday charting, so we'll get it together. We'll get it together. Oh gosh, there we go. And I never do stuff on my desktop, so I'm like, how do you do this? Let's see if it pulls up the group without being all crazy. Yay! Yay for technology. Okay, if you guys have any questions during this time, just ask. Feel free to ask. You don't have to like wait or anything, just so we don't get like behind on any questions. Because I really want you guys to get charting. And there's going to be a little bit more that I want to go into. I'll always try to stick with time because I know your guys' time is important, especially at night. So here we go. So here's a diamond. So once she's diamond, okay, then after this, anytime that's brought in by these people down here, they bring in people, she'll earn 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, okay, when they're fast started. So like I said, that adds up very quickly, but that's not the only thing. After she goes diamond and then she has other diamonds promote to diamond, she'll earn a 5% bonus. So like it says right here, she'll earn right here, become a talent scout to find new leaders. So, okay, start building new legs and you can earn additional 80 to 150. So it's 80 for diamond, then above it keeps adding. So once you go double, you'll earn more and more. So that bonus just keeps growing. That's why it says 80 to 150 for every new team member in your organization. And then you're going to earn a generational bonus, which is this. It's actually, I think it's 5%. So 5% off your team. So for example, let's say Veronica goes diamond after Ryan's diamond, she has her new diamond. Let's say Veronica had signed up after she went diamond, and then she goes diamond. She'll earn 5%. I'm sorry, yeah, 5% on her team's activity. Actually, no, I think you even earn that bonus even if she was just when she promotes to diamond. So when she goes diamond, you'll earn 5% on Veronica's whole team. So if Veronica as a diamond, her volume's at least 10,000. I don't know what 5% of that is. Another $800 added to your check, let's say. I'm really bad at math, you guys, so this is just all blah blah. But so whatever 5% is of $10,000, that would be added to Ryan's check for her diamond team. So let's say she has 5 diamonds on her team. She'll get bonuses for each team, so separate legs. Does that make sense? Did I just confuse you guys really bad? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, sorry, I was talking to my son. Yeah, no, it makes sense. That's pretty cool though. I didn't know that like the whole cap, or what is it called? Caps?
Yeah, caps.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, those are really cool. Those are really awesome. So, and here's the fun part is like after you go diamond, like the possibilities are literally endless. This is why everybody rushes to diamond. If you know what you get paid as a diamond, you literally will do anything to get there very quickly. And I feel like sometimes it takes a little bit of time to kind of comprehend this kind of money because literally we can make this kind of money from our phone. So I get why it could take a little longer and all of that. And honestly, you can make diamond money as a freaking ruby. But the point is that we don't want to miss out on any money. So we don't want to miss out on cabs. We don't want to miss out on team 95% bonuses and above. So once you go double, they add more to your cabs. That's why it says from 80 to 150. And then once you promote above and above, that's why it says 9% because you're earning more and more every time you promote. So like literally people that are at the top, they're half of their check, most of their check is literally generational bonuses, cabs. It's like 5 to 10, 20,000 of their check. So it's just crazy. So we should definitely utilize all the ways we make money. The next thing is, real quick before, does anybody else have questions before I go into just replacement, a little bit of that? But I really want to, I'm going to get like a whiteboard, so when I do this, it's easier to like write it out for you guys and stuff like that. Because I want everybody to know how to get to diamond and double. Like, if they're open to learning right away, because that's how I was, I want to teach it to you guys, because I want you guys to be able to make as much money that you can quickly. And I feel like when you know, then you know what to do. You know, when you don't know, you just don't do anything. Do you guys have any questions before I?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I get it. I mean, it makes more sense now.
I definitely don't want to overwhelm you guys, so I really hope I'm not. That's the only thing that kind of worries me about charting, is that I know it can be overwhelming.
There's a lot to, there's a lot. I think once we keep, refreshing our memories, it'll get there.
Yeah, so that's the thing, is like, it feels like a lot, but once we do it regularly, it's going to be like, I know how to do that. Like, I feel like now I know how to get to the top, so it's not hard to start doing the things that I need to do. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So there's one more thing I want to talk about real quick, and that's replacement and then people that aren't working. So the reality is, you're not always going to have everybody on your chart working. It's just not the reality. Okay, as much as we would love it, oh my gosh, everybody on my chart's working, yes, yay, that's not reality. You're always going to have dead legs. You're always going to have people that maybe quit, people that decide to do something else, or maybe just life happens. And I think that's always been like kind of the hardest part for me. But at the end of the day, you will always have people that want to work. So those are the people that you need to focus on. Okay, so with that being said, what happens if you're charted to diamond, but you have a Ruby over here that has people, but like nobody's working on her team? The goal would be to, number one, if you have enough time, obviously find new distributors and place new people there. But let's say you're like literally 1,000 BV away just because of 2 people that are not working, right? Sorry, I'm like pointing at the chart on the computer. You guys can see my fingers on my phone. I would not go through the extent unless I had people lined up, like signing up to replace them. Okay. What I would do is just place the volume. It doesn't matter if you move the volume yourself, because they're not going to get paid because they're not commission qualified. So what happens is there's this thing called compression. So like anybody that you place on people that aren't working, it just gets bumped up. So it doesn't like even matter. So that's why they always say the cream always rises to the top, because when people start quitting or stopping or whatever they're doing, everybody just gets pushed up. When people aren't commission qualified, that's not our fault. That's their fault and their loss. We don't want anybody to not be commission qualified if they're doing this business. I know sometimes it's hard to be commission qualified, but the point is you can't let it get to you to where, man, I feel so bad for her or whatever, because at the end of the day, like, we all have to either run our auto ship or get to 150. And even if you're placing volume of those people that aren't commission qualified, you're still going to get paid the same amount because they're not getting paid. So it just compression pushes everything up. So that's number one. So I don't want you guys to worry about missing money, because, when you do place people on other people's teams, if it's too low, you can lose out on some money. So that's why it's like, you guys have to be super careful. I was charting people. I was placing people for triple, like when I first started this business, which I should have never done, because I was placing people so low that I wasn't getting paid off of them just because I wanted to be charted triple. You know what I mean? So the goal is to try to hit the next goal. If you have a lot of mass enrolling, then you could probably skip a rank. But for the most part is fill the chart by the 15th, place volume from the 15th to the 25th. Anybody that's not working with 0 volume, the goal would be to replace if you have enough time. If you don't and they have some volume, what you can do is place volume under them, or you can do this amazing trick called stacking. Stacking is when you have a distributor on your team that has a little bit of volume. What you do is, if you bring in a new distributor with the pack or something like that, you stack that distributor under them. And that just like really pushes up volume. So for me, my goal is honestly to stack distributors even under people that are working. I mean, under people that are working first. And then if I have little bits in areas the distributors are not working, I might stack a distributor there, which would be a replacement, right? But it's also a stack. So this is really confusing, but at the end of the day, that person takes over that person's spot. But what that means is like that volume that that person had doesn't go to the garbage. It's still valuable. So basically in your chart, you'll erase the person's name that was on there and you'll put your new person, but that volume will still be there. So that's like the most beautifulest thing ever. And if I would have known about stacking years ago, you guys, I probably would have like blew up way fast. So I want you guys to know stacking right away. I don't stack too much under people that aren't doing anything, just because you want to make sure that, for example, like let's say down here, right? I have this girl and she's not doing anything in this little box. And then I stack a girl here and I stack a girl here and I stack a girl here. Like I wouldn't want to stack like 20 people here, even though it will bump up that volume, just because it doesn't make sense to. So I'll stack 1, 2, see what happens. 1, 2, like 1, 2, see if one of those two want to work. If one of those two work, then I'll help them, right? And then I'll move on to the next leg that's like that. Let's say this person randomly over here is dead, like has 150 BV, but they're not running an auto ship, they're not working, they don't care about this business, whatever. I'm done messaging them. I try to ask them if they still want to do the business. I only go so far. If it's like a life thing, then I'm like, okay, something like that, I totally get it. Like life happens. If they're just like, well, I'm not really into it, I don't want to do it, boom, they're done. I cut them off. And then I know she had 150 in volume. I'll replace stack with the DT there, maybe 2. I'll see if one of them want to go Ruby, and then I'll work with them to go Ruby. Same thing. So that's a little bit more in depth and a little bit more, I guess, kind of hard to understand. But once you guys get to Diamond, you will be stacking. You will be replacing people. You will be erasing people like crazy, okay? My problem is that the reason why I've taken me kind of long to promote more and more is because what I did is okay, so I have an Emerald, I have a Ruby. Oh, but these people are here not working. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my gosh, there's no point. Erase. I would literally erase my chart over and over. I'll just do it again. It just felt easier. I'm just like, why am I going to do this if I only have 2 people? Like, I didn't see the value really, because I was new in this business 5 years ago. 5 years ago, not 5 years ago. It's like 4.5. I didn't see the value because I didn't know what I was doing. But everybody on your chart is valuable. It doesn't matter if all you have is this little person right here and your goal is Diamond within 90 days. That person is valuable. They matter. So what you're going to do is you're going to say, look, I have an Emerald spot. Do you want to go Emerald? They're going to say yes. You're going to move them here. Can you guys still see the chart?
Yeah.
You're going to move them to Emerald, and you're going to work with them to get 2 rubies. You're going to place 2 people on their team, and you're just going to build like that. And you do not want to stack or anything until this is full. Once it's full, then you can go in and see, okay, this person's not working. That person, I'm going to stack there because she has 150. Anytime somebody's at 0, unless you're super close to the promotion, like so close, like all you need is that 400 bucks to go Diamond, then I would place the volume. If you still have a lot of time, I would just focus on replacing them completely. But just because you only have 3 people on your team working doesn't mean erase your whole chart like Taina would have done 4 years ago. I literally filled a double and a triple chart twice. And it was the stupidest thing that I ever did, because now I have people here, people there, people here. This leg works, this leg works, this leg doesn't work. And it's like ridiculous, because if I would have put all these people together, and if I would have stacked, and if I would have focused on the people that were working, I would have been like way probably presidential or something, because I know the system, I know how it works. So I want you guys to know this right now, not to scare you guys, not to make you guys feel like, oh my God, can I do this? I better run now. No, I'm telling you guys this now because I want you guys to work and have your plan all the way to ambassador. And know, okay, in 2 years, I want to be ambassador. So I know that when I start building for Diamond, I'm going to have these people that aren't working. I'm going to have maybe 5 people that are working, sometimes less. That does not define whether you can promote or not. It doesn't matter. That's like when I learned that people not working this business is their loss, I started to gain so much confidence, so much volume. It was like literally crazy. I was just like, oh my God, like this is the, like, I don't want to say the trick, but this is like the way to do it. Like if I would have known that I could do this stacking and all of this, I would have never erased charts and started over. Please, for the sake of you working your business super hard, do not erase your whole chart and start over. someone in that chart wants to work. Someone in that chart wants to promote. Someone in that chart wants to make money with you. Trust me, even if it's one person, somebody wants to. So what I want you guys to do is, if you guys need to watch this recording, you can take notes, but I want you to focus on the people that are working, number one. I want you to know that not everybody on your team is going to be working, and there's going to be people that do other things or do their own thing. And that doesn't define anything, okay? What you're going to do is just run with the people that want to do this and help people. That's our number one goal, is help people. And when you help your team and you see that for them, then like your check just grows like crazy. So I hope that this helped. I hope it wasn't too much. But I told Melissa, like, we need to do charting. My team needs to know charting. If it's too much, I totally get it. You don't have to hop on Monday. But every Monday we're going to be doing this, and I'm going to try to remember different techniques and different things we learn and different things we get off higher pages and things that I learned from Denise. But yeah, thank you so much for being on, you guys. We're about 10 minutes early. But I'm going to upload the recording, and then I'll let you guys have it so you guys can rewatch it. Does anybody have any questions like about charting before we hop off?
No, I don't. Thank you, though. Makes a lot of sense now. I mean, even though it's somewhat still kind of confusing, but a lot more sense.
Yeah. Just focus on your next goal. That's really all you can do. Don't look at any other charts. Don't look at anybody's sideline. Don't look at anything else. Don't look at what they're doing, he's doing, they're doing. I feel like that's kind of like the biggest problem. Sometimes we'll be like, okay, well, she's doing that. Just do what you're good at. Even Melissa told me this today, because I was like, oh my God, I seen that video of Nina, and oh my gosh. I would love to have like some Latinas out there doing
Did you see that video? Yes.
Yes, I could already envision people doing that. I even told her, I was like, oh my God, I can envision Brian doing that. Like,
I was like, I want to do that.
I'm like, it just looks so fun, but that's just like, I want to do that. I told her, but I was like, that's just not me though. She's like, you are good at social media. Don't stop. Just like Nina is good at that. So that's what she does. That doesn't mean that there's going to be people on your team that are good at that. And I'm like, that's true. So really what me and Melissa want is for you guys to each find your own niche. Maybe for you, social media is completely out of the picture. I don't have time. It doesn't make sense to me. I love being in front of people. Please do parties. Please. If you love blitzing, please go out and talk to people and hand blitz cards out and talk and schedule little sample things at their house. Whatever. You guys can literally do this business however you want. It doesn't have to be my way. It doesn't have to be Melissa's way. Melissa's good at parties, thank God, because I cannot give you guys that much training on that. Besides the handful of times I had a party, I was literally shaking, and I was handing out samples like this. Like my hand was like shaking, and people, they could tell. I mean, at the end of the parties, they were like, oh, thank you. Like everything was fine, but I was so nervous. And like, I start talking and I'm just like, oh my God, everybody's staring at me. I don't know if anybody knows that feeling. But when I saw Nina's video, I was like, oh my God, wouldn't I love to do that? And Melissa's just like, you're good at social media. Maybe one day you'll be able to do that kind of stuff. But for now, just stick at what you're good at and figure out who on your team loves to do that. They're the only ones that need to do that, right? So, if you know your goal, you know where you're going. So that's number one. Write down your goal. Look at it every day. Don't look at other people's, what they're doing. If you think that it excites you and it makes you feel like, oh my God, I want to do that, then try it and do it. But if you're already doing something and you're good at it, keep doing that. She even said, like, Marwa asked her, hey, Melissa, I want you to teach me how to earn Rap Cash. You guys, Marwa was like, I think she was number 4 this year, income earner. And she's a girl from Sudan that promoted like 1 million times already, and she's already triple 2.0, and she joined the same year I joined. And this girl was asking her how to make Rap Cash, and Melissa's like, no, you don't need to learn how to make Rap Cash. You just need to keep going live in the groups, because what she does is she goes live in different groups from Sudan, like different people that are from her same area, and that's like her whole team, everybody from Sudan. So she really has that market, like it's hers. And so she'll go live in those groups, do makeup, do whatever, talk, and all these people come to her and ask her questions about products. So she really has that down. So like, that's her system. That's what she does. Like, Melissa's like, do not change that. You don't need Rap Cash. Like, you're good. But basically the point is just stick to what you're good at. I feel really weird because I was looking up the whole time, but I was supposed to be looking down at my phone. For me, I'm focusing right now on branding. And I feel like I'm getting better at it, but I want to learn it well so I can teach you guys how to brand too, because branding is a whole nother subject. It's like a whole nother subject in training. So anyways, guys, thanks for being on. I really appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Well, yeah, tomorrow I'll be doing Zoom again. Tomorrow we will do Instagram Power Hour, and then Wednesday and Thursday it will be Mary and Melissa. So I hope you guys have a good night. Bye. Love you guys. See you guys later.